Hi there, my name is Alison, and on behalf of Stuart's Care I'd like to welcome you to this video on how to make minestrone soup. I hope you enjoy watching and that you'll give it a go for yourself. Let's look at what we need to make this minestrone soup. So the first thing is a tin of tomatoes, chopped tomatoes, just in the tomato sauce is fine. A tin of chili beans, or any kind of bean, or butter beans, anything at all, any different types of beans. Courgette. Now put in what you like, obviously, as well. 2 carrots, stick of celery, a vegetable stock cube. You can use these little ones in the packet, or you can use the jelly stock cubes. They're quite nice too. And I have a vegetable one and a chicken one as well. Sorry. Okay, some salt and pepper, or if you have that nice twisty black pepper too, that's lovely. Some garlic, some oregano. That gives it the real authentic Italian taste. Aldi just happened to have some fresh basil, so I'm going to put some of that in too. And some pasta, any type of pasta will do. That's just regular spaghetti. I'm going to break it up into nice small pieces. So what equipment will we need? We'll need a chopping board, a knife to chop our vegetables, a peeler, a nice big pot, something like the one that you'd use to boil a ham or something, and your kettle as well, a kettle to boil the water for your stock. So that's the equipment we're going to need. We'll get started. The first thing I want to do then is peel all my vegetables. So I top and tail the carrots, and using my peeler, or you might use a knife at home, whatever you're comfortable with and used to. You might need help doing this part as well. So just peel them, and remember then to put your waste in the brown compost bin. Okay, so we just peel them all and just give this a bit of a tidy away into the bin. With the celery then, I'm just going to cut off either end. Make sure you wash it and cut it up nice and small, the same size as all the other vegetable. And the courgette, I'm just going to cut both ends off and wash it also. The next thing I want to do then is chop up my garlic. So I just take my garlic clove, lay it down on the chopping board, put the knife on top, and resting my hand on the flat side, just give it a little press down. Cut off the part where it's joined to the bulb, and it should peel nice and easily. I like to put 3 little cloves of garlic in this, just to give it that extra nice garlicky taste. I quite like garlic, and it's very good for us. So I peel all of those. They're all ready to go. The next thing I'll do then is I'm going to chop all the vegetables. Now I like to chop them all so that they are similar in sizes and they cook at the same time. So I'll cut the carrots halfway down, just put the garlic to one side and put them there. Just take your time with this, watch your fingers. This is a really nice easy soup. It can also be quite filling with a little bit of pasta in it. It's really good with some garlic bread. It's a nice starter. It is nearly a meal in itself as well. One of my favourite soups. With my courgette, just cut it lengthways again. And keep it so it's cut there lengthways. I'll keep it together and chop along as well. So we have nice chunky pieces. It's a nice kind of a chunky soup. It's filling. It's very, if you like vegetables, it's very tasty, nutritious, full of goodness. Feels like a really healthy, warm soup. Okay, I'm just going to turn my chopping board around to make room for the celery. So with the celery, I'm going to cut that up the middle as well. So I cut my celery up the middle, and then I chop as well. So similar sort of sizes that you want your vegetables to be. While you're doing this, fill up the kettle and turn your kettle on. So I have the kettle here beside me, just have it filled up, and I'm going to turn it on now. So while the kettle is boiling, I'm just going to open up the tin of tomatoes, just chunky chopped tomatoes, and have them ready to pour in. So it's handy with the little ring pull on the top. And the next thing I'm going to open up then is the chili beans. I put chili beans in just for that little bit of spice, but you can use butter beans, are fine too. So they come in a little chili sauce. These are very cheap, like 50 cents. These might be maybe 120, 130. So it's quite a cheap soup to make, which makes it great. The next thing I want to do then is I want to put my stock in the pot. So I'm making a litre of stock. So I have a jug, a measuring jug here. This is just a half pint measuring jug, a half litre, sorry, or half pint. So I'm going to put 2 of these jugs of water into my pot. So there's one, just put that out of the way. So I have 1 pint of water already in there, and I'm going to put my half a litre. So it's a litre in total. So I have a half a litre in there, and now I'm putting the other half litre in. And then it's quite a simple recipe. We add our chopped vegetables in. I just have to chop the garlic there. So adding all our chopped vegetables in. I've just chopped the garlic there, as you can see, and I add that in with the other vegetables. Our heat is on. I have all the vegetables in there. I have the hot water in there. I'm going to add in a chicken stock cube. This is a Knorr chicken stock cube and a Knorr vegetable stock cube. I like the taste that the chicken stock cubes give. Then with our open tin of chunky chopped tomatoes, I'm going to add that in as well. And I'm going to give it a nice stir around. Okay, and here we can add some salt and pepper. So I have some salt, just regular table salt. Just pinch into the recipe. So a little bit into your hand and just pinch it in there. And I like nice freshly ground black pepper, but black pepper is fine, regular black. So I'm just going to take some out of the pepper mill here and grind it into the recipe, to the soup. I've given it a nice little stir. I'm going to cook for about 10 minutes. It's a bit softer. Putting the lid on. I'm going to leave that. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a nice handful of fresh basil. So maybe, depending how much you like it. If you don't have fresh basil and you can't get it, you can also just pour it in from one of the Schwartz jars. So about this much basil. I'm going to give it a little wash now in the sink. With the basil, it works better if you, I've just watched that, if you just tear it rather than slice it. So just tear it and don't throw the stalks in. Okay, so that's torn up there. The next thing I'm going to do then is take a small handful of spaghetti pasta. You can use any type of pasta, and it also depends on how much you want in it. But I have about 30 or so pieces of pasta there, just a very small amount. And I'm going to break it up. And I add this about 10 minutes before I'm finished cooking the soup. So I'm going to leave that soup cooking there for 10 minutes now. I have my pasta broken up, lying around the kitchen here, broken up and ready to go in just 10 minutes before. And I also will put the beans in at the same time that I put the pasta in. So that's going to cook away for 10 minutes. Just check it, keep it stirred, don't let it boil, just simmering away for 10 minutes. So that's cooking away nicely for the last 10 minutes or so. I'm going to add in the spaghetti and I'm going to add in my beans. So there's our spaghetti going in nicely. And then I'm going to add in the tin of chili beans. In they go. And I'm going to stir them around. At this stage then you can also add in your oregano. So I'm using 1 teaspoon of oregano into the mixture. And I give it a nice stir around, combining all the ingredients. And I can smell the oregano, it's a real Italian restaurant smell. And lastly then, we add our basil. Finally. So in goes the basil. So when all the vegetables are nice and soft and your spaghetti is cooked, you can just check this with a spoon. So we can just check on the spaghetti there by taking it out and having just a little taste with a spoon. It should be nice and cooked. Oh, it's not coming up. Okay, so here we go, and we can taste this now. Taste it and see if you want to add any more salt or pepper, and then it's ready to serve in a bowl. I like to serve this minestrone soup with some Parmesan cheese on top. This is just a Parmesan shavings that I bought at the supermarket, or you can grate Parmesan into it, or if you don't like Parmesan, you don't have to put Parmesan in it either, so just a little sprinkle of Parmesan on top and a twist of black pepper. And that's it, a nice healthy minestrone soup.